Hey my friends, this is Daniel Alley, and today I want to share with you 10 signs that you should quit your job. Look my friends, I'm going to share with you 10 indicators that if you understand exactly what I'm saying in this video, then you are going to know whether you should stay or whether you should go. So please listen up. The first sign that you should quit your job is that you're in a toxic environment. Basically what I'm saying is that if you know that you're surrounded by fools, people that are mockers, people that are liars, people that are always deceiving and twisting and manipulating, then you need to get away from the people at that job. I remember one time when I worked at a movie theater, one of my dozens of jobs, and it was one of the most toxic environments I've ever been around. There were times where they used to gossip and they used to pull off some really bad pranks and fool each other all the time. Even worse, every single person in that building smoked cigarettes and they also indulged in marijuana during their breaks. I remember thinking to myself, if I hang around these people too long, I'm going to become exactly like they are. I knew that it was time to quit that job because I didn't want to be around those type of people anymore. If you know that you're working a job that takes a toll on your mental health because of the people that you're surrounded by, then it's time for you to find another job. The second reason why you should quit your job is because you don't see any growth. You don't see any promotion. You don't see any way you can improve yourself. And if you know that you're stuck in an environment where you cannot go past a certain vision that they have for you, then it's time for you to walk away. There are so many jobs where I realized that there was a limit. There was a certain point that I could not pass for certain reasons that they had. Now, a lot of times I didn't know what those reasons were. And when I did know what they were, it really affected my ability to perform. Because I knew that they were judging me off the wrong characteristics. I knew that they were looking at the wrong angle of things. I knew that they had certain people that they were trying to promote that weren't qualified for that job. If you see that there's a glass ceiling that you cannot penetrate to get to the next level, it's time for you to find another job. The third reason why you should quit is because you have a bad boss. Look, people don't quit jobs. They quit bosses. They quit managers. They quit on the people who don't have the ability to lead them correctly. And if you find that you're dealing with someone that is too stubborn, too inflexible, too unfair, then it's time for you to look for another position. It's time for you to accept the truth, because a lot of times you cannot just wait until this person is gone. You cannot wait until they retire or move on. No, you have to make a decision that's best for you. You cannot afford to be around a toxic boss that don't appreciate who you are. You need to find a boss that loves you for who you are and can help you to become the person that you need to be. The fourth sign that you should quit your job is that you're getting constantly threatened and disrespected. Look, there's a lot of times where I felt belittled, betrayed, disrespected, and humiliated. But I knew that that wasn't the right place for me. I knew that that wasn't a natural environment for me. And instead of taking their disrespect, instead of fielding their threats, I knew that it was time to go. I knew that it was time to accept the reality and change my mentality. Look, if you're working a job and you always feel disrespected, or you always are being threatened, or you always are being looked down upon, then now it's time to move to a different place. Now it's time to shift to a higher level. Because you cannot afford to be around people that don't appreciate who you are. You can't afford to listen to their constant threats and then being used in the process. My friend, you are not a slave to their wishes. You are not supposed to be disrespected simply because of who you are. No one should ever look down upon you. Now, I come from a family of many foreigners. My family members will say, don't worry about what they think. Or if they don't like you because of your race, then that's their problem. Or if they're saying that you need to go back to your country, that maybe they should pay the airline ticket. But my friend, I'm telling you, you don't have to tolerate this nonsense anymore. It is not your duty to feel disrespected when you enter a workplace. You don't have to tolerate this negativity just because you want to receive a paycheck. There are so many places that you can go and you can work and you could be accepted for who you are instead of who you're not. So be willing to make the change and go to the place where you know you deserve to be. The fifth reason why you should quit your job is because you don't feel any satisfaction. In fact, you're working a job and there's no fulfillment. I remember there were times in my life where I was working factory jobs. I remember packing boxes. I remember carrying items a half a mile down the warehouse. I remember operating forklifts, and it just felt so unrewarding, so unfulfilling. I wasn't satisfied with my position, and I knew that I had to make a change. I can't just do what other people are doing. I have to do what I know I'm supposed to be doing. If you're not satisfied with who you're becoming on the job, it's probably because you're working for a paycheck. You're working because you know you need to pay the bills and you need to get by. But my friends, there's more to do in life than just pay the bills. If all you want to do is pay the rent, pay the gas bill, buy some food, take care of the necessities, that's all you're going to be doing. But you're going to be stuck at that job and you're not going to have any fun. You're not going to grow as a person. You're just going to be there and you're going to be stuck in life. And that's how most people are. In fact, out of the 8 billion people in the world, over half of them, or 4 billion of them, are doing the same thing in the same way and are not making any progress because they feel like they're stuck in that position. Don't work for money. Let money work for you. My friends, it's time to switch it up. Move to a better job with better people and a better environment with a better feeling in your life so that you can become a better person. And even though you find a job with less pay, at least you could work on yourself to become a better version of who you're meant to be. And if you do this, you will be happy, you will be liberated, you will feel challenged. And if you do it well enough, you will eventually get promoted and you'll be paid much more than you did at that other job. The sixth sign that you need to quit your job is that it's either too easy or it's too hard. If you're working a job that's too easy and you're just sitting around, you're not doing anything, it's time to move up. It's time to make a change. It's time to put yourself in a position where you can actually be challenged. Now, if you're working a job where it's too hard and you're sweating every day and you're working and you're just falling asleep as soon as you get home, then it's time to do something different. It's time to use your mind more than you use your body. Stop putting yourself in a position that jeopardizes your health. Instead, put yourself in a position that can help you increase your wealth. Look, my friends, life is too short to work a job that's too easy or that's too hard. Put yourself in a position that is better for you in the end. I promise you that if you do this, it will be worth it, my friend. The seventh reason why you need to quit is because the work that you're doing is too evil. Maybe you're working in an industry that is constantly churning out negative results for other people. A while ago, I was talking to someone that was working in a very bad industry. In fact, his industry destroys more lives than any other industry in the whole entire world. When I asked him why doesn't he make a change, he said it pays too well. Plus, it's not his fault that they're making the wrong decision. My friends, I want you to know that even though the pay is well, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make you happy. There's a lot of people who are willing to sacrifice their soul in order to reach what they think is a higher goal. Don't ever work a job where you know leads to the unhappiness of other people. If you do, it will affect everything you do. And even though you'll get a paycheck, in the end, you will know that what you did was wrong. So my friends, make a change and get out of that industry and move to a new position, a new job around people that you know you can help. The eighth reason why you should quit your job is because of low pay. Look, my friends, if you know that you're doing maximum work and receiving minimum pay, that means that you've just been settling for that job. That means that you've just been too comfortable for the position that they gave you. And if you know that you can make much more with the talents that you have and the skills that you've learned, then it's time to take yourself to a place where you know you can get promoted. Don't settle for a job where you're always underpaid and undervalued. Instead, take your talents to a place that can pay you exactly what you're worth. The ninth reason why you need to quit your job is because you're working in a crashing industry. Maybe you're working a job that you like, you're getting paid well, you're around good people, but the industry is coming to a halt. The industry will eventually end. And if you have the foresight to know that this is going to happen, then it's time to make the exit right now. As long as we live, there's going to be a lot of technological changes. There's going to be massive advancements. There's going to be people who might be able to take your job for a lesser rate in a different country. There might even be a robot that can do your job in a better way and at a cheaper price. Or maybe the industry that you're working in will become extinct. Maybe the product or service you're creating or contributing to will become obsolete and it will be less valued as time goes on. If you see this change happening, that means that your industry is coming to an end. So make some changes and move on, my friend. And the 10th and final reason to quit is because you have a bigger purpose. If you know that you're called to do something bigger than what your job is offering, then it's time to move on. There's so many times where people feel a calling that is far greater than what their job is offering. Maybe one day they're just doing a job and all of a sudden they feel inspired. Or maybe they watched a Daniel Alley video. Or maybe they said, you know what, I've got to make a change in my life. My friends, if you understand what I'm saying, then you'll know that your purpose is far greater than you. Now, your purpose doesn't always have to be your career goals. It could be your health goals. It could be your family goals. Maybe the job that you're doing takes you away from your family. Maybe it puts you in an unhealthy predicament. Maybe it positions you in a way that will eventually lead to failure. Whatever it is, always understand that your purpose is bigger than your position. And if you understand this, then you will know exactly how to make the right decision. My friends, I just gave you 10 signs that you should quit your job. If you understand exactly what I'm saying, make sure to type yes in the comment section below. Also, share this video with someone else who really needs it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification button. My friends, I have so much more that I want to share with you. So make sure to follow me on social media and also ask me any questions by writing me an email at info@danielalley.com. My friends, this is Daniel Alley. If any of these points relate to you, then you know exactly what to do. Set your goals high and focus on the things that you know you need to pursue. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.